good morning. Welcome to a finally Friday edition of the Tom Barfield Show, live from the TFMB, Your Bank for Life studios in downtown Waco. We're on Elm Street at the corner of Elm and MLK. It's a cool place. I like what they've done with downtown, and it's getting better. And then along the river, there's some more projects coming. I mean, this is really turning into a very cool place. We welcome you into the program. And as we mentioned for the last month or so, every time we hit Friday, check, right? Because that means we're that much closer to Texas high school football. And today's program is going to be a lot of Texas high school football. Coach Aguirre from Gatesville High School is going to join us, talk about the Hornets. And then later in the program, Kevin Brown from Robinson is going to join us and talk about the Rockets. So we're going to spend some time on 13-4A today and look forward to it. So we got all that coming up. It is Friday. In the back in master control is Logan Bagessi. Logan, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Morning. I'm doing good.
And so I know you're pretty jazzed up because you're going to kind of take a little mini vacation, right, after we get through?
Yeah, right after this, I'm going to finish posting everything and then head to Port Aransas for a fishing trip.
Well, there you go. So tomorrow you're going to be out on a boat fishing, right?
Either out on the boat or on the dock fishing, drinking some beers, hanging out.
You can't say that.
Why?
It's a family show. No, I'm kidding. That'd be good. That'll be a lot of fun, and you deserve it. You work really hard. Before I go any further, because I'll forget, I promise I will, because I get rolling with the show. We're not going to do a show tomorrow, but tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so I want to wish my wife Dee Dee a happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday to her.
And then next week, Tuesday, I think it's my daughter's birthday, Paige. So. The old pocketbook gets hit pretty good here in August. You know what I mean? Plus, it's our anniversary in the month of August. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on in August. All right, we're off and running. Today is the 21st day of August. You know what today is? Today is National Senior Citizens Day. So if you know a senior citizen, pat them on the back, give them a hug, and tell them how much you appreciate them, because we learn from them, and that is how stuff is done. Pass it down and share your knowledge. So National Senior Citizen Day. Born on this date, August the 21st. And I want you to jump in here with me, Logan, and tell me if you know these guys and gals. Usain Bolt. Are you familiar with Usain Bolt?
Yes, I'm very familiar with Usain Bolt.
8-time Olympic champion from Jamaica.
The fastest man on the planet.
Can run a hole in the wind. I've often wondered why guys like him didn't do like Bob Hayes. Remember, are you familiar with Bob Hayes?
The name sounds familiar. Remind me who that is.
Same type thing. And he was Olympic champion.
He was Olympic runner too.
And ended up playing wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, wore number 22.
That's where I noticed. I was like, I swear I've heard that from the NFL.
Of course, yeah. And I just wonder if there's other guys that I think Usain Bolt could be a heck of a wide receiver. Anyway, let's see. Casey Musgraves. Are you familiar with Casey?
Who Casey Musgraves
Oh,
is.
my goodness. Her music is wonderful. She's, I want to call it, it's country, but it's also got a little folk to it, Okay. I really do think you would like Casey Musgraves. I think you ought to you're going to be in a car for about 6 hours. I think you ought to give Casey a listen on your way to Port Aransas. All right. Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. Are you familiar?
I know exactly who Wilt Chamberlain is. I mean, he was a monster.
Well, he scored 100 points in Philadelphia's win against the New York Knicks on March the 2nd, 1962. And then, are you familiar with the Gambler, Kenny Rogers?
Yes, all Kenny Rogers, the Gambler man.
Yeah, and Kenny's no longer with us, nor is Wilt Chamberlain, for that matter. So, anyway, those are the people that were born on this date on August the 21st. All right, we're going to get a break here. When we come back, we're going to talk Gatesville Hornets football. So we'll do that. Our program today is presented by Toe King. Thank you, Gary Hoffman and family. It is a family-owned and operated business with a 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, 666-5484, that phone number. Look, they've got 24-hour roadside assistance with trained operators, high-caliber equipment, and damage-free towing. Think about that. If you run through some glass and have 3 blowouts, heaven forbid, and you got to have your car towed, the last thing you want is some guy scratching the paint job or what. But anyway, they're gonna take great care of you at Toe King. And remember what they ask you to do when you see emergency equipment, whether it's fire, ambulance, police, wrecker service. slow down or move over. That's Toking. And thanks to Gary and his team for being our presenting sponsor. Told you the day that we did this thing and started this show a few months ago, back in February, Gary was the first to sign up. He said, yes, where do I sign? And man, that goes a long way with me. Gary Hoppin and his team at Toking. A break, and then we're back to talk Hornets football. That's next.
Score big on your next ride during the Kickoff the Savings event at Richard Carr. Score your biggest savings of the year right now on Buick. Get a 3-row 2026 Buick Enclave and save $8,500. Or non-GM owners can save $6,750 on all 2026 Buick Envisions in stock. Get here now or go online and save thousands on Buick at Richard Carr. Find championship savings and win on your next deal at their Kickoff the Savings event at Richard Carr.
At Richard Carr, we give you more.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Toking is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Toking offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Toking of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toking the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Summer isn't over yet. Make every last splash count at Waco Surf. Catch perfect waves, float the lazy river, or relax on the beach while the kids make unforgettable memories. Stay in their hotel or private cabins, or hook up with your RV. Located just 90 miles from Dallas and Austin, set on 450 acres in the heart of Texas, Waco Surf is unlike any other water park around. Before school starts, give your family one more epic adventure. WacoSurf.com. Book your stay today and catch a wave.
Westfest, presented by West Feeds, this Labor Day weekend. It's Shane Smith and the Saints. Live at the Friday night preview party with special guests William Beckman and Aiden Logston. Westfest, just 15 minutes north of Waco.
David Willey here. I got a question for you. How do you know what kind of deal you're getting on your copier? If you really want to know, give me a call and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. CTWP, your only local copier company.
All right, you're back with us as we roll along on this Friday. We say good morning to Jose Aguirre, the head football coach at Gatesville High School. Coach, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I appreciate your time. This is your second season as the head coach. I know you've been doing this 20 years or so, but this is your second season as the head coach. Is it different for you personally going into your second season as maybe opposed to last year?
Oh, 1,000%. Last year I was drinking out of a dang fire hose. And really it's just there's it's not the X's and O's. It's all the issues that pop up in regards to, game day operations, having to stomp out fires with either parents or staff members or kids just doing knucklehead teenage boy things. So that part was a big adjustment. And this year it's still an adjustment, but I kind of know what I'm in store for, and it's a little bit easier.
The fact that you did have spring, the fact that you the UIL allows you to have summer with the kids, how beneficial is that as you build your program? Immensely
beneficial. So we actually did. So we do our normal hour-long strength conditioning throughout the entire summer for Monday through Thursday, and then for 3 days a week we did 45 minutes of skill, and we've been able to hit the ground running in regards to being more efficient on offense. Our kids knowing the system more collectively and holistically, and then defensively, it's been the same defense for the last 5 years now. So it's for us. It's not just your starters getting good because they should be, but you always have injuries. You always have that guy that surprises you, that steps up. But it's your twos and your threes and your underclassmen also knowing the system inside and out as well.
As you build your program, last year you were a playoff team. Does that playoff team influence how this team plays? or is it a totally new situation with new kids?
No, I guess it's two things. Number one, it's our program, and I'm a big believer in that because if it's not for a great superintendent, great principal, and a great staff, then what we do isn't possible. We have amazing parents here as well, and then my first head coach, Coach Cheatham, who's now the AD at Round Rock, he always said, be mindful of the pronouns you're using. Like it's always ours, always we. It's never. This is much more important than just me. Now, in regards to the how one season kind of translates to the next. It's a double-edged sword. You tell those guys you can't rest on the achievements of previous teams. Like these achievements are your achievements, right? And it's us working together and trying to get better every single day to ensure that happens. Now, what has been good is there's an expectation now here in Gatesville to make the playoffs and to be competitive. And it's one of those things where every year Dave Campbell comes out and we're always listed either the last place team or the second to last place team in the district. And every year we just find a way to be in games that we probably shouldn't be, and then find ways to win in games that people don't think we should. And we're kind of in the thick of it right now.
Talk a little bit about last night. You scrimmaged Gerald at home there at McCamey Stadium. How did that scrimmage go for you? Did you get done what you set out to do?
No, there were some big goals. Offensively, so last year in our last playoff game, the quarterback, 3 offensive linemen, and receiver were all sophomores. And that was hard to do against a team from Sealy that was really dang good. But it's every time they've taken the field, are you getting better? Are we reading the right reads in regards to our progression in the passing game? Offensive line wise, are we picking up stunts or stems that are late? And they've done a really good job of progressing in that direction. And our offensive coordinator Jacob Hunter's done a really good job. So to answer your question, yes, we saw what we needed to see. We saw some kids that needed to prove that they can be physical on defense, do that. And then we saw what we needed to see from our D-line, and our offense is really operating at a pretty good pace right now. But they've all been scrimmages. It hasn't been done yet in the game. So as of right now, we're where we need to be, but there's a lot of room to get better on.
Coach, how do you treat a scrimmage? There's some guys that treat them like just practices. It's just you're practicing against somebody else. There's other guys that treat them more like a game situation, maybe even a dress rehearsal, if you will. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on those scrimmages? And maybe they're different between scrimmage 1 and scrimmage 2. I don't know. Your thoughts on scrimmages overall?
Yeah. Yes, sir. So in my opinion, it's an amped up practice. You get to go against somebody else, but you need to use those controlled environments to have a dress rehearsal. How do you travel? Are you making sure that your kids don't forget their cleats, their jersey, their helmets, everything? How do they depart from class? Are they telling their teacher beforehand, hey, I'm going to miss the last period of the day on this day, and I got to make up that work. And then for the home games, what does a pregame look like? And then the operation of your special teams. So it is a practice. It's a more amped up practice. It's a more physical practice, if you will, but at the same time, it is a dress rehearsal. You don't want the first time that your kids are having to go through your pregame stretch, your pregame routine, the norms of being on the road to be on that first game. So if you can try to be very very intentional how you approach the scrimmage, it can be and should be a rehearsal for the game.
You mentioned, we think about it all the time. We think about offense, we think about defense, but you brought up special teams. That's obviously an integral part to successful football. How do you treat special teams when it comes to scrimmages?
Yeah, for us, and what's crazy, in 20 years, you can think of ways where this one play either led to a win or led to a loss. And I've seen a game lost by a bad snap. I've seen a game won by performing onside kick. I've seen a game, won by our hands team executing and doing what they need to do. So when you see games won or lost in that way, I think a lot of times everyone knows, defensively, if you don't have a good plan, it's going to be a long night. And then offensively, if you don't make adjustments to a defense that is stemming back and forth and rolling to different coverages, it's going to be a long night. But special teams a lot of times is overlooked, and we can't in Gatesville, we can't overlook it. It can be it will be at some point the difference between a win and a loss for the Hornets.
Coach, you're exactly a week away from the Lamb Passes Badgers opening night. When you look at your depth chart and you look at your roster construction, do you have any jobs open, or has your 2 deep kind of been settled?
For the most part, it's been settled now. I will say we have a lot of depth in regards to we're going to rotate some players, and that's a benefit that we haven't always had here, and it's a luxury that we need to take advantage of when we have it. So there's a few spots that you have a 1A and a 1B, because both players will get quite a bit of playing time, and there's a few spots where we tell kids all the time. I've never been in a season where your depth chart in game 1 is the same as it is in game 5. Whether that be because a kid is showing out and has improved a ton, or a kid didn't compete the way you thought they would compete, or an injury. So we stress to the kids that it's every single week. It's an open competition, and either you solidify that job and you keep it, or you get better at it, or you lose that job because someone else wants it more and is more effective at what they do.
You mentioned earlier that you played some sophomores a year ago. What does that depth chart look like? Who is your quarterback? Is it Phillips? Is he won the job? Is it going to be his job? And if so, talk a little bit about that young man.
Yeah, so Elijah Phillips, it is his job. Now we have a really good backup, and knock on wood, hopefully injuries don't happen, but they are part of the game. But Elijah Phillips started for us as a sophomore on defense at Mike Backer, and he started 2 games at quarterback. And I do think there's been a lower curve for him because he saw Friday Night Football for an entire season as a sophomore, albeit only 2 times at quarterback, but a lot at Mike Backer. And his older brother is Amos Phillips, who was an absolute stud for us, and they're a tremendous family. They're a very competitive family, and they're going to help us win a lot of ball games.
Finally, Coach, I know we're a long way away, but you mentioned being picked in these preseason picks. 13-4A, though. I mean, it's a district where most everybody knows each other, and it really is a very fun and competitive league, isn't it?
It is extremely fun, extremely fun. When I tell some of my former coworkers at other schools, who's in our district, and they hear the names, there is like, holy cow, man! There's not a weak team in that district, and they're right. And not only are they solid teams, but for us, Conley, La Vega, Brownwood, Robinson, and Salado, I know all those coaches, and they're all really good coaches. Whether it's Coach Carter or Coach Hyde or Coach Brixby or Beatty over at Salado or Coach Brown, who I know you're going to have on your show later on, they're just good guys, and they're really good at what they do. And it's a very competitive district. But what we tell our kids is, every single week we're going to get better, because you're going against quality opponents, and they're very well coached. And so if you don't get better, or if you have an off night, you will get steamrolled off the field. So it's been a really fun district to be in, and it's La Vega's La Vega, and then Robinson has a really, really good quarterback and a really dang good receiver. Salado, they're joining the district after being gone for 2 years, and Conley's always Conley. They always have 2 or 3 cats that just come out of nowhere and do a really good job for them. And then Brownwood, them dropping down, I think they're going to be a handful. So we have a dogfight every week, and I love that.
The only disappointment I have, Coach, is that on November the 6th, Gatesville comes to Robinson instead of Robinson going to Gatesville, because I'm going to tell you, that press box situation in Gatesville, Texas at McCamey, those ladies cook the best food. That is the best press box to ever go to, is McCamey Stadium. I voted it number 1, and it's always number 1. Those ladies do a wonderful job at McCamey Stadium.
No, our support staff is unbelievable. We try to take care of everyone that covers us and comes over here, and we pride ourselves in that. So we're happy to accommodate anyone that wants to come over.
Yeah, and you got a great AD, dear friend of mine, Ricky Phillips. Love him to death. I've known Ricky since the early '80s. I mean, we've crossed paths on a number of occasions, and he's a great guy to lead that athletic department.
He's an awesome boss. That's for dang sure.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, thanks. I appreciate your time. I wish you the best of luck. You open against the Lampasas Badgers a week from tonight. Man, it is here, isn't it?
It's here, and we're excited, and we look forward to the challenges and the victories and the losses. It's going to be a good year.
Coach, thanks. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, it's Jose Aguirre, the head coach of the Gatesville Hornets, with us today. I mean, and you could tell he's excited, and it's here. It is here. It's time to go. It's time to play some high school football. 7 days from tonight. In fact, we will begin our coverage next Thursday on MidwayTV.com. We'll have the Midway Panthers, and and we'll have that broadcast for you. Also on Thursday night, keep in mind at 5 o'clock, we will be broadcasting live from Rocket Cafe in Robinson, and we're going to have the Kevin Brown Show. It'll be an hour with Coach Brown every Thursday at 5 o'clock at Rocket Cafe. Look forward to that. We'll start next Thursday night at Rocket Cafe with the Kevin Brown Show. Speaking of Kevin Brown, he'll be coming up at the bottom of the hour. He'll visit with us here on the program. Look forward to that. Our show today is brought to you in part by our good friends at Richard Carr Buick GMC Cadillac. I like to I like to call them the Richards. It's Richard Carr, of course, and Richard Goff. I think Richard Goff has been there before when the tires were square and not round. That's how long he's worked at Richard Carr and been a great leader over there at Richard Carr. Great people over there on the Motor Mile. You know what I'm talking about. They got a great event going on right now. It's the Kickoff to Savings event. Get it? Kickoff to Savings. Yeah. And they got a lot of great vehicles. And right now, I think they've got an overflow of 2026 trucks, the Sierra truck. 27s are on the way. They got to move those 26s. And how do they do that? Unbelievable deals. And you can get them at Richard Carr Buick GMC Cadillac. Locally owned, locally run, and time to kick off this fall with big savings at Richard Carr's Kickoff to Savings event, and it's going on now. We'll take a break. Come right back.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
All right, I'm blaming all y'all that are watching these TV commercials out there because every time y'all see Charlotte, you go, hey, you need your name on the building. Well, she must have called somebody because look what I found today. See, I see what you did. So, hey, we have Charlotte's used cars now at our new used car center. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, you name it, she's got it. If she doesn't, she'll find it, and you better hurry. And Charlotte's used cars are going to go fast right here next to Greg Mahon.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
The premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Welcome back. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we will visit with Kevin Brown, the head coach of the Robinson Rockets out of District 13-4A. Look forward to that. I want to talk a little about Baylor football coming up tomorrow. It is Meet the Bears. They will get that going at 12:30 tomorrow at the Allison Indoor Practice Facility. It's absolutely free. Should be a lot of fun. You can get an opportunity to talk with the players and the coaches up close and personal. So that'll be tomorrow, 12:30 at the Allison Indoor Practice Facility. All right. The game with Colorado. I don't know if you saw this, but it's been tabbed as the traditions game, okay? And call it tradition, call it throwback, call it whatever you want to, but the Bears are going to wear a very different uniform. Check it out.
How you play today will determine how a lot of it will do in the future, because it has set the tone for everything you do from now on. Once you rise to a certain level of performance, you don't ever go back.
Good snap, good hold block.
Touchdown. That's John Simpson. John Green just picks it off. Caught for a touchdown.
Wide open. It's a foot race.
Baylor has defeated the LSU Tigers by a score of 21.
It's up, and it's good. Get Byron, put Baylor on top by 2. They can use a lot of time. It's picked off, and Adam stealing. 37, Franklin Smith, 1 second left. Baylor has come north and shut the Buffaloes.
Man, oh man, if that doesn't get you jazzed up. And I love it. And please do not ever call that a throwback uniform. That is the uniform. It's the gold dome. It's the green jersey. It's the paws on the shoulder pad. It's the white pants. White pants. So, and then on the road, it would be white on white. I love that. The rest of those unis, if they wanted to, they could whatever. Move them on. That's what I'd love to see them play in every single Saturday at McLean. Green top, white bottom, gold dome. That's Baylor football. I'm just telling you. It's just good stuff. Go on the road. It's the gold dome. It's the white top. It's the white bottom. Clean, man. That is clean. Good stuff there. So that will be the uni that they wear for the Colorado game when Deion Sanders brings the Colorado Buffaloes to town. I think that is the last Saturday in September. It's the 26th. So that'll be a lot of fun. And it will be a Traditions Day as the Bears open up Big 12 conference play against the Colorado Buffaloes. All right. Baylor baseball released their schedule today, yesterday actually. 33 home games for the Bears, 22 obviously on the road, including a series in Arlington. It's a tournament. I don't want to call it a tournament, more of a classic where you play a lot of different people. Oklahoma State will be there. Arkansas will be there. Iowa will be there. Oregon and Oregon State will be there. Obviously, you're not going to play Oklahoma State because that's a conference opponent. So that gives you 4 teams to play in 3 days. So you're not going to play one of them. I hope they schedule Baylor and Arkansas for a lot of reasons. First of all, Arkansas is, it's a blue blood in college baseball for obvious reasons. And Coach Van Horn, the head coach at Arkansas, he played at McLennan Community College and recently had his jersey retired. Also, here's another little nugget. Bears head coach Mitch Thompson, his brother Nate Thompson is on that Arkansas coaching staff. So he's the I think he handles recruiting and a lot of other things. So, and he's been there a while. So there's a lot of connections, if you will, between Arkansas and Baylor. And I would hope that the Bears get to play Arkansas in that event. But anyway, it's going to be the second or third week of the season up in Arlington. So you're going to get to play because it's going to be indoors and it's going to be 72 degrees when it may not be 72 outside in the middle of February, if you know what I mean. All right, we're going to get a break right here. When we come back, Kevin Brown, the head coach of the Robinson Rockets, is going to join us. We'll talk to Kevin and get caught up on what happened last night. All kinds of fun things. And coming up next here. Our program today brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club, nestled on the north side of the lake. If you want a tee time, you can get one either on the executive par 3 or the regulation golf course. It's 254-756-2161, 254-756-2161. You want to know more about the golf courses? You want to know more about the swimming pool? Beautiful pool, by the way. You want to know more about the pro shop or maybe the restaurant and bar and those type of things? You can get that information at lakewacogc.com. We get a break right here. Then we're back with Coach Brown. That's next. Since 1996, Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
Shopping for insurance shouldn't feel like a guessing game or a root canal. At Barfield-Sowell Insurance Group, we make it easy and maybe even a little fun. Need auto, home, life, or business insurance? We've got you covered. Literally. We work with multiple top-rated companies to find the right fit for you so you get great coverage at a price that won't make you wince. Because our goal is simple. The highest quality insurance at lowest price possible. Call Barfield-Sowell Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Better coverage, better rates, better call them.
Is it your fault that we're selling all these Ridge lines? Oh, I knew it was. $3,800 off. We keep selling so many, Honda won't quit sending them. So I guess they're going to try to make us the #1 Ridgeline dealer in the country. So Charlotte said, let's go. And hey, by the way, it's $3,600 off Odysseys and everything else is on sale, but hurry while Charlotte's in charge. They're going fast right here at Greg May Honda.
Hey, Lee Riley Copier Dog here. Ready for an upgrade on a brand new Kia Sierra copier? Call CTWP. We'll find the perfect fit for your business. Stay local. Call CTWP before you sign. CTWP, your local copier company.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over. Summer isn't over yet. Make every last splash count at Waco Surf. Catch perfect waves, float the lazy river, or relax on the beach while the kids make unforgettable memories. Stay in their hotel or private cabins, or hook up with your RV. Located just 90 miles from Dallas and Austin, set on 450 acres in the heart of Texas, Waco Surf is unlike any other water park around. Before school starts, give your family one more epic adventure. WacoSurf.com. Book your stay today and catch a wave. All right, you're back as we roll along on this Friday morning. We say good morning to the head football coach at Robinson High School, Coach Kevin Brown. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Tom. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate your time. Are you just off the practice field this morning?
No, sir. We had a scrimmage last night. Got back late, and then we watched film with the kids this morning, and it's time to rest and recover and get ready for Belleville.
Yeah, you're 7 days away. Tell me what you learned about your football team between the Grandview scrimmage and the Burnett scrimmage last night.
I tell them all the time, and I knew this in the summer. We're fast and physical, and I tell them all the time is don't listen to the perception and don't let people label you. We can run and we can hit, and as long as you get that, you can correct the rest. Trust your fundamentals that you've been taught, and go out there and cut it loose and play with your hair on fire. And I think they've done that the last 2 weeks.
Coach, as everybody treats them a little differently. How do you treat scrimmages? I asked this earlier to Coach Aguirre, but how do you approach scrimmages? Are these practices against a different colored jersey? Do you kind of do a dress rehearsal? How do you treat scrimmages, particularly the second scrimmage?
Well, I tell the kids I treat it like 7-on-7. It's not about who wins and who loses. It's about being the best version of the Rockets, and also we evaluate it, right? I mean, we've got some 2s sprinkled in with the 1s. We got some 3s sprinkled in with the 2s. we pulled some JV kids up last night and let them practice with the varsity. And, it's not the final result. This is a process, and us as coaches are trying to get all the right pieces in the right place. And, and I tell them, a lot of people will come away from a scrimmage feeling really good or really bad. And you can't do either. Same thing with 7-on-7. It's not real football. It starts counting Friday night, and use this as a teaching tool, whether you think you did good or bad. Get in the film room the next day and improve from it and learn from it. So that's kind of how we do it. And, it's a long season. So trying to keep everybody healthy and probably had a little bit more substitutions than we normally do just to try to do that because, we got a lot of seniors and some older kids. And so, as a head coach, that's a delicate balance, is getting the right amount of work and also keeping your team healthy.
Coach, and I realize it's fluid because of injuries or whatever the case may be, but is your depth chart pretty much set as you get ready? You're 7 days out from Belleville?
It's ready for Belleville, but we tell them all the time it's fluid. Just because you have a spot now doesn't mean that's going to be like that next week. And we got a lot of competition in a lot of positions, and that's what you want. We tell them all the time, competition is the tide that rises all boats. And so if you got somebody behind you pushing you, that's going to raise your level. And so nobody's job is safe. And now, obviously, we've got a couple of kids that, extremely talented. But, minus that is we want people scratching and clawing for jobs. And, don't be content. And if you have what you want, reset your goals and go after the next one. And if you don't, keep straining to achieve that goal.
I'm pretty set at quarterback, pretty set at one of the wide receiver spots. The one position I'm curious about is, and you don't replace Evan Moreno. I mean, that kid was special. We know that. But talk a little bit about how you're going to treat that running back room.
Well, it's a good question. Zane Belize and Ryan J-Rowe, both really good players. You could say inexperienced, from a varsity standpoint. J-Rowe was a freshman last year and Zane was a sophomore. But Zane ran down on the kickoff team and would fly down there and contact player, and J-Rowe started in the secondary. So, and then, Zane spelled Evan when he got tired. So both of them really good players, not the same as Evan, right? I don't know if you really ever replace an Evan Moreno. It'll be different. But, both of them are good players. They're good runners. They're athletic. They can change direction and catch the ball out of the backfield. We're working them on defense and special teams as well. So it'll look different, but I expect similar production out of both of them. Maybe not one of them getting all the carries, but, by committee, and whoever's got the hot hand is who will get the most carries.
Are you happy where you are defensively right now with your football team?
I am. And that's one of the big question marks going into the offseason is how do you replace Kason Helpert and Tyler Hill, Derek Medlock. And, when I got here, everybody was talking about the offensive line. Well, you graduated everybody. Well, you know what? We had some young kids step up, and I think 3 out of the 5 last year were first-team all-district. So kind of the same thing. I tell the kids all the time, don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the perception. We got good players here, and it's your time to step up. And I think we've seen that in the secondary.
Kicking game, you pleased there with where you're at in kicking game?
Yes, sir. It's hard to tell because we hadn't kicked in the first 2 scrimmages, so all of our kicking's been against us. So I'll know a lot more next Friday night. But Buddy Guerrero is back as our kicker and punter. And so he's got plenty of experience. And then, I tell him all the time, special teams is want to. If you want to and you treat it like a third of the game as it is, and it's just as important as offense and defense, then you're going to be good on special teams. If it's viewed as a playoff, you're in trouble. And I don't think we do that.
1 week from tonight, you're going to open at home against Belleville. Talk about how you built this is a realignment year. Talk about how you built your non-district schedule, and is it in relation to what you're going to see in district play, or how did you go about building your non-district schedule?
Well, and I've had several conversations with Don Hyde. I consider him a friend over at La Vega, and his non-district schedule is really tough. I think they came out of it 3-2, and he's playing Stephenville, and he's playing West Orange Stark and non-district, and having to travel to do it in Salina. And but I think that prepares you for district. I think it shows you some holes that you need to fill before you start playing your district ball games. And so that was a thought process. We've got a couple of slot T teams that are different, but if we reach the playoffs, we may play that. My defensive coaches are not happy with me. They let me know that. But we told the team and coaches last week, smooth seas never made a good sailor. And the good sailors have been in the fire and, the wind and the waves. And that's kind of how we treat non-district this year is, what, if we want to take the next step, we've got to better prepare them for district and playoffs. And nothing against the past few years, but, there's nobody on the schedule we walk into and say, hey, that's a win. You're going to have to scratch and claw every single week, non-district, district, and hopefully playoffs. So it's more challenging. We're playing different styles of offenses. And, you got Lorena and Glen Rose. They're going to spread it out. You got Belleville and Franklin. They're going to line up and try to hit you in the mouth and play ball control. So we're going to see everything the first 5 weeks. So we should be prepared going into district.
And that's a great point. Obviously, you want to win those 5 games. You want to win every time you go on the field. But it is about preparation for those final 5. Those are the ones that actually count.
That's right. That's right. And it's a fine line because you want to stay healthy too. And that's what I'm learning as a head coach at the 4A level, Division II. You lose the wrong person, this entire thing looks different. So that's part of the balancing act when you're starting to call around and get your non-district schedule set. You want to challenge, but you want to stay healthy. But I think it was the right thing for the, Robinson Rockets at this point, and we'll see, but it'll be very challenging.
Hey, I'm going to let you go, but I do want you to know that your school secretary has a birthday tomorrow, so you may want to go up there and say happy birthday to your
Tom. I appreciate that. I will be sure and do that. Thanks for having me on, Tom. Appreciate
Coach, thanks. And I'll see you Thursday night, right? We at Rocket Cafe at 5:00.
Rocket Cafe. I'll be there.
All right. Sounds good, Kevin. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Tom.
See you later. That's Kevin Brown, the head coach of the Robinson Rockets, in his second year as well, just like Coach Aguirre. So, and then you mentioned, you referenced Don Hyde. Well, Don's kind of the senior citizen, if you will, of that group, and just does an unbelievable job over at La Vega. He's a heck of a football coach. Hey, we got great coaching in this district, this 13-4A. I'm excited that I get to work in this district again this year. Johnny Tusa will be my partner. Darren Burrow will be our sideline reporter. And, we're going to get to see some really, really good football in 2026. And we'll have those broadcasts. And I'll talk about that coming up in it. Well, you know what? Let's do that now. We've got Midway, and again, that they start on Thursday night, and that's going to be midwaytv.com. You got La Vega that will be broadcasting, and you'll find that on the La Vega website at Modoc Media. So you can check that out. On YouTube, we'll have Lorena, and you can go to the Lorena football on YouTube, and you'll have the Lorena broadcast. And then you can go to RISD Web, the RISD website, Robinson Independent School District website, and it's going to be Rocket Vision under the menu tab. So just go to Rocket Vision, and that's where you'll find our broadcast. So should be a lot of fun. I know we're sending you different places and things like that, but you'll get to see the broadcast. You'll get to hear the broadcast. I got some other things I'm going to share with you, hopefully early next week, that will also benefit you as a viewer and a consumer of our football. Just ready to share yet. We still got a couple of hurdles we gotta go over, but when we have those, I'll be able to share those with you as well. So it's exciting time. It's exciting time. We got some Baylor information that we'll share with you soon. So it's really an exciting time for us here at Rogue Media. All right, we're going to get a break. When we come back, we'll get to some of the sports news of the day. We'll do that. Our program today is brought to you by the 50th Annual Westfest. How about that? Westfest coming up this Labor Day weekend. And all day Saturday and Sunday, it's the Power of Polka, and the featured artist will be the Randy Rogers Band. So that should be a lot of fun. Of course, they've got the parade on Saturday morning. Sunday morning, I believe, is the Kalachi 5K. And so it's just a lot of fun as they celebrate the Czech heritage in West, and they do it every Labor Day weekend. They've done it for 49 straight years. So this is number 50 coming up this Labor Day weekend. All right, we'll get a break right here, and then we're right back with more of the program in a moment.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
All right, y'all. Charlotte has renamed my new used car building Charlotte's Used Cars. And she is going to sell them quick and sell them fast. You better hurry while selection's best over here. It's right here next to Greg May Hunt.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield-Sowell Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield-Sowell Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield-Sowell Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
The premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Go back to the program as we roll along here on a Friday. Glad to have you with us. We are 7 days away from the start of high school football. Excited. Good stuff. Let's see. What do we got going on today? Let's go ahead. You know what? I'm going to flip it a little bit. Let's talk some baseball. Rangers beat Washington last night 2-0. Astros lose to the Angels. It was a close one before they threw the first pitch. 18-3, Los Angeles a winner over the Astros, and Milwaukee beat Seattle 7-4. So Texas is one game out of first place, just behind the front-running Astros, and they're in a tie in the wild card. So if you know, I don't know how that would work if the season ended today, but I can tell you this, the Rangers are in a tie for the final wild card spot today, and they're one game back of the Astros in the American League West. Well, here's what's going on tonight. The Angels, those hot Angels, after scoring 18, they jump on a bus and head up I-45 to take on the Rangers. They'll open up a series tonight. A's will enter Houston and take on the Astros. And then the Cubs are out west to take on Seattle. Seattle's still, 4 games back, something like that? Let me double check and see exactly where the Astros, I think the Astros have a 1-game lead. Well, I don't have it in front of me. But anyway, the Astros, I believe, have a 1-game lead over Texas and a 4-game lead over Seattle as of there's 34 games left. 34 games left in the 2026 season. All right. As we mentioned, Baylor continuing, and they got a scrimmage going on this morning over at McLean that's private and not open to the public. And I'm not sure what time that starts, but they do have a scrimmage that is that's taking place. So they continue their fall camp. After a recent practice, Jamar Chaney, who is the linebacker coach, he met with the media and kind of gave an overview of that linebacker room.
We looking pretty good. I mean, we progressing, which that's the most important thing, you know, trying to get better each and every day. But, man, I'm excited about this group, man. There's a lot of guys. I mean, a close group, man. You know, you can tell they care about each other, but they put the work in too, man. So, I mean, just what it is, practice 12, I think, man. And it's hard for me to remember practice that they didn't come out there and be physical, that they didn't practice fast, and they didn't put in forward for the effort, you know. So that's always good when you got a group that kind of not pick the days, but they consistent throughout practices and trying to get better, compete with each other, compete with the offense, and you know, really just continue to get better. So I'm very excited about it.
One of those linebackers is Caleb Burns. And, you know, he's a young guy. I think he had a birthday yesterday. I think he turned 19 yesterday. So, but he talked to the media about his goals as a Baylor linebacker.
Just to dominate, really. I mean, I know I have to do to be that guy. I mean, just putting in that work every day, just knowing who I'm working with, winning my leverage every day, just getting better every day, just prove to myself when I go out there game one. I mean, I put in the work, so it's going.
That is Caleb Burns as he talks about his work. And he, again, young guy. I think he's a sophomore and just 19 years old. But, man, he really he flies around, plays well. Let's see. What else? We mentioned baseball. So and then, of course, Meet the Bears is coming up tomorrow, 12:30 at the Allison Indoor. Notice I said indoor. Allison Indoor facility. So it will be nice and comfortable in there as you meet the Bears and the Bears coaching staff, Dave Arand and his group. So that'll be coming up tomorrow at 12:30. Right, we get a break right here, and we're back with more of the program in a moment. We're brought to you in part by Barfield-Sowell Insurance. 60 years of experience serving all of the great state of Texas. In fact, they serve about 15 states. You want to get right down to it. Their goal is simple. That is to provide you the very best insurance at the very best price. Pretty simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, they've got it for you. They're an independent agency, so they represent several different groups, so they can find you the best product at the best price. You want a free quote? Here's what you do. You pick up the phone. You call 469-579-4982. That's 469-579-4982. Barfield-Sowell Insurance. We get a break, and we're right back with more in a moment.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Is it your fault that we're selling all these Ridge lines? Oh, I knew it was. $3,800 off. We keep selling so many, Honda won't quit sending them. They're going fast right here at Greg May.
Westfest, presented by West Feeds this Labor Day weekend. Randy Rogers Band, live at the Saturday Night Showcase. With special guests, Brave Cumabo and the Dreadnoughts. Westfest, just 15 minutes north of Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
David Willey here. I got a question for you. How do you know what kind of deal you're getting on your copier? If you really want to know, give me a call and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. CTWP, your only local copier company.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Score big on your next ride during the Kickoff to Savings event at Richard Car. Score your biggest savings of the year right now on Buick. Get a 3-row 2026 Buick Enclave and save $8,500. Or non-GM owners can save $6,750 on all 2026 Buick Envisions in stock. Get here now or go online and save thousands on Buick at Richard Car. Find championship savings and win on your next deal at their Kickoff to Savings event at Richard Car.
At Richard Car, we give you more.
All right, coming up next week, we're going to have some fun. We're going to kick off our Monday with Shehan Jayaraja from CBSSports.com. Shehan wrote a very interesting article about DJ Lagway and what DJ brings to the table as a leader and those type of things. And there's some that will tell you that fair or unfair, how DJ Lagway plays and how this Baylor team plays will determine the status of Coach Dave Aranda. And of course, when it's about wins and losses and momentum and those type of things, the first thing you do is you look to the quarterback. And he's brand new to Waco, and he's brand new to Baylor, and we're going to find out. But Shehan with a very interesting article about DJ Lagway at CBSSports.com. You can go read it, but we'll talk to Shehan about that. And in the state of college football as we get ready for 2026. So he'll be coming up on the program. David Epps is going to join us. He's the CEO of the Peach Bowl there in Atlanta, Georgia. And they're also hosting the Aflac Kickoff Classic. That's going to feature the Auburn Tigers and the Baylor Bears. So that Kickoff Classic coming up for Baylor's first game. And again, it's going to be in Atlanta in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And David Epps, the CEO of the Peach Bowl, is going to be on the program Monday. Tuesday, by the way, hopefully Bryce Cherry, maybe Michael Haig, maybe both. Who knows? We can have some fun there in the first half of the program. Second half, Greg Tepper from Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine as we get ready for high school football. That's going to be coming up on the program on Tuesday. So, and then at the end of the week, Johnny Tusa is going to be with us. We're going to talk a little bit about Robinson and high school football and FCA. We'll do that with Coach T on Friday. And also Jared Brown. Jared handles our play-by-play for the Lorena Leopards. I want him to come in and give us a preview of the Leopards and kind of look ahead to the broadcast, which will begin next Friday night for the Lorena Leopards. So that in a lot of stuff in between. We've got a full boat of good stuff for you. Week 1 of Texas high school football, and it begins on Monday. That is going to do it for us here today. Thanks so much to everyone who's been a part of the program. Coach Aguirre from Gatesville and Coach Brown from Robinson for being on the program. Thanks to Garrett and to Logan in the back. Logan, have yourself a great trip to Port A. Hope you catch some fish and enjoy your time there. And we will talk to you guys. Hang on a second. We didn't do it. This is your deal. I give you one
I just never
assignment.
know when to hop in to do it.
Do
So I'm
it.
just gonna do it right now.
You got to do it, man. You just got to dive in and get this
Well, I
done.
want you guys to like and subscribe, okay? And then anytime throughout the show, I want y'all to leave any live comments or anything I want to talk about on YouTube. It should be down towards the bottom. It should say live comment. And then on X, I think it's towards the right. It could be at the bottom as well.
Hey, look, I would tell you that I got a memory about that long, so you got to come in and get this done.
I got you. Well, also go follow our Instagram as well. It is Tom Barfield Show, all lowercase, one word.
Yeah, there you go.
We are growing really fast on there.
And it's fun. Yeah, and it's fun to see. And you know what? And thanks for watching the shorts. We call them shorts, the little clips. Man, they're everywhere. They're on TikTok. They're on X. I mean, they're on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, my goodness, you can go see them everywhere. It's fun to go check out. And, sometimes I'll watch them and I'll go, did I really ask that question? Because, when we're going, you're just going. So anyway, all right, we're going to get out of here and make way for, I don't know who's next, but we're making way for somebody. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And then let's get ready for some football next week. So it should be fun next week. Look forward to it. Have a wonderful weekend. On behalf of the entire team here at Rogue Media from our TFMB Your Bank for Life studio, I'm Tom. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.